Welcome to One Vanderbilt, the newest observation deck here in New York City. And let me show you. It's a huge experience filled with a lot of mirrors, a lot of interesting things, including an elevator. And today we're going to find out, is it really worth coming over here? I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist, and let me know where you're watching from. Let's zoom in on the beautiful views before we continue walking around. So welcome to join Empire State Building, right over there. That's the classic one, Empire State Building. Number 2 would be the Tower, or One World Trade Center. That's the official name. And that is the second most visited observation deck. And then the other one that has become very, very popular recently is, and behind us, there is the top of the rock. So that makes 4, and this is the 5th one to join all of us over here in these views. And we're gonna find out, is it really worth it? Let's walk around. So look at how trippy this is. The views are amazing. Yeah, impeccable views here. So this is taller than the Empire State Building, but a bit shorter than the One World Trade Center. So we're out right in between, about 1,400 feet-ish in height. And there's one big pro tip. If you come over here, I would recommend against wearing either a skirt or a kilt or some type of scraggly pants. Be sure you wear something really good. Why? Because the particular nature of where we're standing right now is literally an infinity mirror. So right there, look at that. Now they force you to wear these foot pads things in order to protect the mirror so it won't get too dirty. But yeah, you gotta make sure you wear good pants over here. Otherwise, you run at the risk of everyone seeing everything. No stilettos either. No, Susie, no stilettos, no gigantic steel toe Doc Martens either. Athena is dizzy. Oh yeah. You and me both. So as you can see, this is a great way to take endless selfies of yourself right over here. And now you can see my full setup. You can see that I'm actually a very, very tall 5'2", as you can tell. Very, very tall 5'2". And also, I do have an entire body. I'm not just a disembodied upper half. So people are up there as well. So we're gonna go up there soon. How long will it take you to reach the floor if you jump from here? Well, I wouldn't condone jumping, but if you were to do a free fall, being very safe. Well, the free fall speed is 9.8 miles per hour. No, how much is the free fall speed? Yeah, it's 9.8 miles per hour. So I'm not sure how, this is definitely shorter than a mile. You'll be getting there very quickly, only in a few seconds. I think, about 30 seconds or so. Janice says, wow, not good for my vertigo. No, Janice, no, it's not. No, if you suffer from vertigo or are easily dizzy, this would not be the best observation deck for you. If you do suffer from those things, I would recommend more One World Trade Center there in the distance. And the reason for that is it's completely enclosed, so you won't get a woozy feeling looking outside. I think there's an outside part for this one. Also, there's not crazy amount of mirrors there, so I think there you'll feel the steadiest. Did you get a minute? Did it take a minute for you to get to adjust to the mirrors? It did indeed, Flying Squirrel. Yeah, it did, indeed. So today is a super clear day. We're gonna see sunset. We're seeing the entire outline of Brooklyn and also Queens. Over here, so we're seeing all of it today. Catherine, am I feeling woozy? I started feeling woozy once I started filming because this perspective is a lot. There's stimulus overload. So we're seeing all of Brooklyn over here. There in the distance, we even see Bay Ridge. We see the skyscrapers of New York. Well, there in the distance, we're actually seeing Coney Island. You see those high-rise condominiums or apartment buildings? That's Coney Island down there. The very big ones is downtown Brooklyn. That building is getting close to becoming as tall as the Empire State Building, but not quite. Susie's waiting for Brooklyn. Susie, we can see you at Bushwick, yeah. We can see you at Bushwick. Bushwick would probably be this way, yeah. Probably be this way, right there. Hey, Susie in Bushwick, and we'll wave to Janice soon in Inwood. Janice will wave to you soon in Inwood once we go around. What a nice view, so many landmarks visible, yes. So this is also a very unique perspective, not only because you can take sick selfies, everywhere you go, you can take a bunch of selfies, but because you can see the full length of the Empire State Building, which you can't see in the other observation decks. If you go to One World Trade Center, you'll be pretty far away from it, and a few of these buildings do block it. On the edge, there's taller buildings on that side of Midtown, so there's more buildings blocking it, especially the lower half, and also same thing with Top of the Rock. But here, since there's not that many tall buildings blocking it, we see almost the full length of the Empire State Building, almost from street level. We're seeing about maybe from the 5th floor. Alan, waving to you from Sydney, Australia, and someone said that you could see me from Ireland, says Gabriela. I think you can see Ireland too, yes. With these views, yes. I want to go, but it looks too crowded. It is indeed, Trisha, very, very crowded. Since this is the hot new thing, the other observation decks will be a little bit less crowded. Wow. So let's see what's up with this. Oh, sorry.
I didn't realize there was other people there looking down. People waving to me up, but it was just the mirrors.
I'm taking an interesting mirror selfie. Interesting. So this, in my opinion, is the reason why to come over here. So let's wait until it clears out so I can show you a little bit more. Janice says, take stock of Windex. Yeah, excuse me. All right, let me jump in. All right, so this is the reason why I am inclining to tell you that it's worth it. But not yet. Not yet. So stay tuned towards the end. We're going to see if it's truly worth it. And we're going to all kind of take part together in determining whether it's worth it. But it's already building in all of New York City is the Chrysler Building, because it's the finest example of Art Deco. It's a gorgeous skyscraper that was in the race to be the tallest building in New York City, along with 40 Wall Street, which is down in downtown Manhattan, and the Empire State Building. Of course, Empire State Building ended winning out, but in terms of beauty, this one, ooh. Flying Squirrel says, "Can send the hello on the plane." Are you arriving to New York City? So is it worth it, your face, says Wendy. If it came from anyone else, Wendy, that might sound offensive, but thank you so much, I appreciate that. 175 Park Avenue is going to block that view. Oh no, Ariel, that is terrible. We have another Ariel tuning in. That's a terrible thing. Oh, yeah, the skyscraper blocking the view is also terrible. Have they banned skirts? No, skirts are not banned. They're just they just recommend you not wearing them. Stilettos and steel toe boots are not allowed. Oh, let's zoom in. Here we have the Eagles. William Van Allen designed this huge skyscraper back in the 1920s. Flying Squirrel says, no, already in New York City, and Aer Lingus is about to leave JFK. Oh, that's funny. So there are the eagles of the Chrysler Building. A lot of people might think they're gargoyles, but they're actually eagles to pay homage to the hubcaps of Chrysler cars that were frequently used back then in the 1920s. Now this used to have observation deck right here. Observation deck was on the level of the Eagles, the first floor, but unfortunately it has been closed. There is plans to reopen it. And yes, this is the famous shot of Spider-Man. Let me know which movie. I think it's Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield one. So Amazing Spider-Man. And then this is also heavily featured in Spider-Man, the video game. Dwayne says, if you were allowed to give input to how skyscrapers would be built, I would build them more Art Deco style. I would make Neo Art Deco, which would be a evolution of Art Deco. That's what I would do. So someone said, Athena says, reminds you of King Kong. Well, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. That's why I wore the shirt. I was waiting for someone to make that comment, and that's why I wore the shirt. So thank you so much, Athena. Yeah, Flying Squirrel, I agree. Art Deco just suits New York City. I mean, to me, it is New York City. I think New York City should heavily lean onto it, like, say, London has leaned into like that Georgian style, or Paris has leaned into that Beaux-Arts style. We should lean into Art Deco to really make New York seem like its own city. Sure, we can build these new modern buildings, that's nice, but also we should like focus on building some excellent Art Deco architecture here, moving forward. So yeah, if I were the master planner of New York, I would build more Art Deco. So there we see the new skyscraper, as I mentioned. Art Deco is iconic, says Inkspire Life. Yep, Inkspire Life, you're right. I agree with you. You wear some cool shirts, says Maria. He thought of everything. He's a genius entertainer, says Joe. Thank you so much. 1977. This was the Pan Am Building. And this on top right here was the helicopter pad. And at that time in the 1970s, New York was immersed, submerged in a wave of crime that littered the streets and the subways. People did not want to walk around the streets of New York, let alone take the subway, not even drive, because you might get even mugged while driving around in these dangerous streets of New York. So the very upper class of New York that decided to stick it out here and not move out to the suburbs thought of a new bright idea. Oh wait, we will make helicopters. And the way we'll get around from building to building without going down to the pesky streets would be to fly around. And this was one of the main helipads. But then disaster struck. A helicopter crashed and everyone inside died in 1977. This put a damper into the expansion of helipads all around the city. There's only one city in the world that has helipads as much as New York intended to do so, and that city is Sao Paulo, Brazil. That's the only city that I think really continued doing helipads. So of course there's helipads in the city still, but there was going to be a lot more until that crash. Check out Fear City on Netflix, Sad Times from New York. Can you hold the shot on the Lower East Side? I can see my old apartment. I'll do it, yeah. I think we can see part on the Lower East Side here. Alex, thank you so much for a €5 super chat. Thanks for the tour, says Alex. My pleasure, Alex. Alan said I would be a great architect. Oh, thank you so much. Maybe one day I'll become an entertainer turned architect. Like, there's that one guy, Daniel Libeskind. He's a guy who turned into an architect later in life. Right there is the beautiful Williamsburg Bridge. This is one of your best, says Vasquez. Oh, thank you so much, Vasquez. Vasquez. I'm not sure if you're from a country where they pronounce the U. So Vasquez, thank you so much for tuning in. What's that mass of smaller buildings? That mass of smaller buildings is a project called Stevensontown and Peter Cooper Village. This was designed during a time in New York City history where Robert Moses held control of New York. Robert Moses was not a fan of cities. But wait a minute, wasn't he a city planner? Well, he actually did not like cities. He thought cities were great places to work, to do business, and then get the hell out of there and go to the suburbs of Long Island down there. I'll point the camera. Long Island. So actually we can see a bit of Long Island, yeah. I think we can, you see that building very far away, I think that's one of the taller buildings in Long Island, which is like a hospital. So Dean says they're not projects. I am aware they're not projects, but they, affordable housing follows the same type of philosophy that Peter Cooper and Stevensontown used. So, he believed everyone should live in the suburbs, but he felt that there was some hope for the city. That only hope was to recreate the suburbs in the city by making insular neighborhoods that are kind of cut off from the rest of the city, that are protected by police or security 24/7, and they're kind of gated off. That was Robert Moses' ideal that came from a man called Le Corbusier. This is basically a hero. He based most of his design philosophy around him. And Le Corbusier was a French architect, urban planner, and philosopher who believed that cities should transform into insular communities similar to the garden cities, and that we should kind of get rid of these kind of tiny, small, little streets where people are walking around. We got to think of the future of the car. Of course, I am paraphrasing everyone, so this is not academic discourse, so do your own research. But that's why we have those buildings around there. It's because they kind of wanted to make that insular neighborhood. So Robert Moses invented gated communities. He did not invent them, but he used them.
Sorry guys, pardon us, so sorry. Pardon us, so sorry.
So right here we have the skyscraper that nearly fell, 601 Lexington, nearly fell down. And if that would have fell down, it could have potentially caused a domino effect because it could have toppled, not fall, not collapse, but could have toppled because it's actually built on stilts and it wasn't properly constructed. So if that toppled over, it would have caused a domino effect on buildings, which would devastate the New York City skyline. And the Red Cross was in such high alert as they were making emergency repairs to this building that they estimated that 200,000 people could fall victim to a massive collapse of the Midtown skyline. Luckily, that was fixed overnight, every single night for a few months. Welders went late at night, replacing it with iron welding. Let's continue walking around. Do you guys want to continue walking around? There's more. There's a lot more. There's another floor. There's 3 levels. There's 2 more floors we have to go. There's a little bit more of a like exhibition here. But if you want to continue going, you have to slam that like button right now. Here you can see what I see when I do live video. That's kind of cool. Slam that like button right now. I'll continue walking around this beautiful area and we'll find out if it's truly worth coming here. Let me know if you're on team like. Anything to eat here? I don't think so. I have not seen anything to eat.
Sorry, we can't try cards on the glass. Sorry.
All right, let's continue walking around. Wonder what that building looks like from another building. What do you refer to? Oh, so now we see the beautiful sunset. Oh, the gorgeous colors are popping. Great opportunity to take photos. But I'm here to take video for all of you. Shri says, I'm getting New York City pizza. Up here, there's no pizza, as far as I know. Ronald says there's a bar upstairs. Really? Oh, a bar. Thank you so much for letting us know, Ronald. Wendy says, oh my God, I love it. I hate the shiny floor. Well, fret not, there will be places where it's not pure shininess. So let's say goodbye to the infinity mirror. Bye-bye. Now let's go to a floor where we feel like we're on solid ground and not about to fall into an infinite void of nothingness. Places like a hall of mirrors, it is. There's some good selfie opportunities here with like the corners. They thought of everything because these corners actually have a cool perspective. So right over here we have, let's not pop behind. Hudson Yards, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the Edge. I love the Edge, and now it's getting harder and harder to pick between all these 5 places. It's going to be very hard to pick. We're going to see the sunset, and we'll determine which one. Please, I'm not looking in the mirrors. They would smash. Oh no. Susie says, I hate my see myself everywhere. Oh no. You don't need the mirror on the shoe trick here. What do you mean, George? Here we see beautiful 42nd Street. And Times Square, right over there. Times Square. Madame Tussauds there in the distance. Can you see Montreal from here? Kind of. There, I can kind of see the poutine there in the distance. I see a faint outline of cheese curds smothered in gravy. There is the great state of New Jersey, the place where the boss reigns, and the airplane. What floor are we on? We're on I think we're on the 91. But shouldn't even be 91. I think it's even less floors. I'll confirm, I'll ask them. So this is actually another great opportunity to have fun taking selfies here if you are a fan of selfies, because you can do, you could do something like here. Like, oh no, something like that. Some type of selfie. No shoe selfies because I'm wearing these weird things. Oh, sorry. All right, you guys ready to continue? Let me know. So this is made by famous Japanese artist Yayoi Kusama. Pardon the mispronunciation. Let me know how to pronounce it properly in Japanese. Yayoi Kusama. And it says a little bit about her. She's the most recognized for her immersive installations and paintings that employ repetitive elements that introduce the viewer to the unique micro and macro cosmos of the artist's world. Ooh, I like that. This is called Clowns. 2019, it was made by Kusama. Stainless steel with patina and wax in 90 parts. It is a large-scale floor-based installation of reflective cloud-like formations that envelop the viewer, creating an impression of floating and the infinity. Wow, they get some great writers to write these things. Yayoi Kusama. Yayoi Kusama, thank you so much. Yayoi. Flying Squirrel says, wow, that's deep. Oh yeah, that's deep. It feels like that moment when you buy that science experiment kit as a little kid, and you're playing around with the liquid, what is supposed to appear like liquid metal, and then you accidentally spill it, and then cause mercury poisoning across your entire classroom. That's how it feels like. I have no personal experience with that. That's just, I just made it up. Looks like the Terminator 2 guy, says Ian. Yeah, indeed. Look at that. Kind of cool. I'm not sure what the selfie opportunity here is. Let me know for any expert selfiers. What is the selfie opportunity here? Do you know? Catherine, it looks like poutine. Yeah, it kind of looks like poutine. If poutine was submerged in liquid mercury, it would be just like poutine. So let me know, everyone, what is the selfie opportunity? I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm gonna do a cool walk. Maybe this will suffice. Watch my camera. If anyone takes it, do scream at them, please. Okay? Thank you. I'll do a cool walk. I'll frame this. Cool walk. It's beautiful art, no doubt. Yeah, it is. It is. It's very interesting. The microphone was awesome. What is the admission fee? I paid a total of $78. You just answered my shoe question. Yeah, you gotta wear these because the rebels, but yeah, you gotta wear foot pads. Joe says, all this practice really off. I can walk. Yes, I'm so glad I could walk. That's awesome, Joe. Thank you so much. Take your phone looking down at the So the anxiety builds up, not just because of all the mirrors, but also because you're wearing these slippery foot coverings, and they actually are very slippery. So it feels like you're on wobbly ground the entire time, which is very soothing, very relaxing, in a super anxious and existential, dreadful kind of way. Marilyn says $70 for admission. Yeah, well, I did the exclusive experience, which means going all the way to the elevator, which hopefully we will be seeing, cell phone reception permitting. But I get to get access, excuse me. If you get the regular admission, I think you only have access to 2 stories, but if you get the premium access, you get 3 stories, I think, and if you get the super premium access, the VIP, I think you get like a champagne or something like that. It's expensive. So, that said, this broadcast is sponsored by the patrons. So thank you so much, all the patrons out there, patreon.com/urbanist, for supporting this show. That way I can show hundreds of people, thousands, because people watch these on replay, thousands of people, full immersive experience. Some people are not able to get here for a myriad of reasons, and they won't be able to get here. And I'm glad I can bring it to all of you virtually. It's one way to bring it to you, because yeah, you can watch a vlog about it, but live video adds that extra immersion to it if you can get here. Also adds that extra immersion if you do intend on getting here, just want to know everything about it, and that's why I do live videos. So thank you so much for your support. Press that join button on YouTube, and there you can become a super urbanist, or that patreon.com/urbanist, and you'll be getting 360 VR bonus video as well of this first floor. And yeah, it's $5 to become a super urbanist. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the super chatters, star senders, and PayPalers as well. Like Susan. Susan left a PayPal. Thank you so much. And Lorraine too. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Subsay says, I appreciate it. I'd love to visit one day, but currently don't have the means. My pleasure. I'm glad I can show it to you virtually and in depth. Veronica says it would be a great birthday gift to yourself. Yeah, Veronica. Yeah, definitely do go. Definitely do go. I highly. Well, we'll find out if I do recommend it, but I'm enjoying it thus far. Hey, Evelyn. ¿Dirás que New York es la ciudad más bonita en el mundo? Es una ciudad más bonita. Hay algo bien particular a ver estos rascacielos que son tan altos. Es algo bien particular. No hay tantas ciudades como Nueva York en ese estilo. Puede ser que solamente hay Hong Kong y una parte pequeña de Londres. So yes, the beauty of New York is in its density of skyscrapers. And yeah, you can get this in say Hong Kong and maybe a few other places like a little small part of London, but you really don't get this density of skyscrapers in that many cities around the world. There's only a handful. Let me know where are the other ones. It's Hong Kong and there's like 2 or 3 others. The Chinese cities, Shanghai. So someone said the beauty of Central Park is, the beauty of New York is Central Park. Oh, you are in for a nice surprise. George Lovell says, supporting this channel for $5 USD is worth it. Thank you so much, George. I appreciate that. Let everyone know if you are a supporter, a patron. Let everyone know if you enjoy the bonus videos. You're gonna see a VR 360 of this first floor. One of my favorite buildings here in New York City is the first Art Deco building. We talked about the Chrysler Building. But a little bit more than 10 years before the Chrysler Building, the American Radiator Building was constructed. And it was meant to look like a gigantic radiator because, you know, it has that kind of dark and gold color. This inspired so much Georgia O'Keeffe that she painted it. It was one of the finest skyscraper paintings in my opinion. The American Radiator Building, gorgeous building. This is actually the best. This is the only way we can see the American Radiator Building. The other buildings don't have perspective on it. And we can also see Bryant Park. Bryant Park used to be a notorious park where people would be doing very hard drugs. And they got the nickname Needle Park. The other reason it got the name Needle Park was actually because it was originally built with like a massive gate and a canopy of trees. So it was very insular. And people were freaked out and would never walk inside. But since then, in the past 20 years, Bryant Park has improved. They took away that huge gate and canopy and made it much more open and has become one of the best areas to visit in New York City. Right now they're building the skating rink. But actually beneath Bryant Park is the extension of New York Public Library. The majority of the books in New York Public Library are actually not inside the main library building. The library actually extends underneath the park, and more than 2 million books are in the levels underneath the park. Catherine says, I love how you take time showing this place. Oh yes, I'm so glad you enjoy it. Someone left a super chat. Anthony, thank you so much. Anthony said, really enjoyed my experience. Expensive but amazing experience. I think it's worth it. Great comprehensive coverage. Okay, so Anthony has chimed in on whether this is worth it or not. We're going to continue walking around and see if it's truly worth it. Thank you so much for a $5 super chat, Anthony, for joining in and sponsoring this tour for everyone to see. Let's continue walking around. All right, let's continue walking around, shall we? Let's catch the sunset. Actually, I want to show you Central Park. So we'll go through here. So this is how the building looks like. Inspire Life. Thank you so much. Love how you keep on exploring. Thank you so much, Inspire Life. Can we say just how awesome purple shorts are? Says Lith. Thank you so much, Lith. Wasn't there a reservoir there? There was, and the foundations of the reservoir are still underneath Bryant Park. Right over here, we have, I think, the best view of Central Park. Tom says, get an accountant. This might be tax deductible. Indeed it is. This is actual content I'm making. Just like a journalist would be covering it, same thing, we're here. So this is top of the rock. I am in love, especially for sunset. Like right at this time, it's an amazing view. It feels like you have a balcony to the city. But over here, you have way better views of Central Park. Look at that. You have way better views of Central Park. Look at that. Unfortunately, top of the rock, you're in a position where you do see Central Park, but it's being more and more blocked by the huge buildings at Billionaires Row. So this is Billionaires Row. Some of the most expensive apartments are right over here. Right there, we see Central Park Tower, which is currently the tallest building by roof height in New York. It's taller than the Freedom Tower's roof. The Freedom Tower is taller just because of the spire. But look how tall that is. Also, we have the MoMA Tower right there, that sharp one. And we have the Steinway Tower. And the skyscraper that was designed after a garbage can. Yes, quite literally designed after a garbage can. This is 432 Park Avenue. 432 Park Avenue is notorious right now because its residents have experienced some of the worst conditions they've ever seen in their lives in terms of apartments. The 80s flooded multiple times. How does a flood happen that high? I don't know. Something has to do with the water supply. Also, the entire building shrieks very loudly anytime there's wind or a storm. So it feels like you are in a cruise ship driving through the middle of a massive hurricane every time you're in your apartment on a rainy day. Let me know where you live here. Best view of Central Park. You know there are problems in the building with the toilet and when the toilet is in the elevator, says George. Oh no, yeah. Ian says, I would love to sound like I'm in the ship in a storm while not being at sea. Yeah, you could do that if you go to one of these super tall skyscrapers. Go to the skinny ones and you'll feel exactly that. The Burj Khalifa is also known for doing that. So this is where we're at right now. All right, let's go to the most interesting part of this. So it gets points for actually having amazing views of Central Park. So that's something in its favor. Let's go into Affinity Air. That's kind of cool. Wendy says, wow, this is amazeballs. Indeed, it is amazeballs. There we go. That's so cool. That's a selfie. All right, let's try and capture one of these. Gorgeous. There we go. Oh, this one's good. No, this one's better. All right. All right. Okay, I gotta admit, this is actually pretty fun. Overrated like this, but it's nice. It's nice. Wow. Puchkin, I do. He travels the world, but he's less funny. Okay, thank you so much. I gotta check out this Anton Puchkin. I hope he better be extremely handsome. Abraham says, rub the balloon on your hair. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Show us the view, Ahmed. Don't worry, you'll see more views. We're just enjoying the vibes here. It's so nice. Balloon at me. I'm gonna show you what people are doing. It's so fun. And keep one, so we're on the here. No. Let's take one, inhale the balloon. Adam says, what do you think? We'll find out. At the end of this live video, you'll find out my thoughts and anyone else's who's tuning in. All right. Okay. I found my souvenir. There we go. Oh, look at my back. Let me know, selfie opportunities, people. Let me know what selfies can we do? What do you think? What's the selfie opportunity? You could do like the selfie with sticking it out towards the skyline. That's nice. And any other selfie opportunities? Thomas says, do you feel 12 again? I do. I feel like 12 again. I feel like I just ate a good Burger King Whopper, a kids meal, Burger King Kids Club meal, and I'm playing in the back of a Burger King. That's how I feel right now at this very moment. All right, let's continue walking around. That was so much fun. All right, I'm so excited to see the upper floor. Okay, so I'm going to grab a refill of water. I was worried that they didn't. I was worried they were going to have water refills. So they get points for this. They're not trying to charge you crazy amounts for water. That's nice. So the entire thing is accessible, and there's accessible bathrooms here for people who want to know. You can get to elevators to all the floors. It's very easy, accessible. To get inside, also very accessible. There's ramps in many of the places as well. So I'm going to peek into the bathroom. I'm just going to show you how it looks like over here. F it, I'm just going to walk in. This is the men's bathroom. Not going to linger too much there, but pro tip, especially in the men's bathroom, no wait whatsoever. You can just enjoy the views and a lot more calmer. So pro tip, I'm not sure how full the women's bathroom is, but the men's bathroom, you can just enjoy that section of the views in peace. Can people see you in the bathroom? No, I think the women's bathroom has a stall that has a window. But no, no one could see you unless if you're riding a helicopter. Okay, so let's go upstairs. Ian says some pervert on Billionaires Row has a telescope. Yeah, I mean, I laugh because that seems absurd, but yeah, that would not be nice. Jacqueline says, watch for those drones. Okay, now we are on the second floor. Kay says, women's bathrooms are always busy. Behold, the second floor. Ahmed says, when are you doing a coffee video? Ahmed, do you want another coffee video? I can do one soon. Stay tuned. I do them all the time. I feature coffee in a lot of my videos. Veronica, is there a gift shop? Yeah, there's a gift shop at the end, at the downstairs. I'm not sure, I don't think it's up here. Unlike in The Edge where it's on the observation deck, here you have to go back downstairs. How many floors? If someone can let me know. Let us know. BE, if you want to see the first level, go to the beginning of this video after this is done. Can you show us your favorite building? Right over here. That's my favorite building in all of New York City. We can see Newtown Creek, which is one of the most polluted waterways in the entire world. It has been significantly cleaned. They spent upwards of $1 billion to clean it up. One of the largest oil spills in American history happened right there in that creek. Right there, we see the beautiful neighborhood of rises right in its waterfront. There's even talks to build a bridge, a pedestrian bridge that will connect Greenpoint and Long Island City. Lenore says, can you show us your favorite parking meter? Stay tuned, Lenore, stay tuned. So right there we have the Pepsi Cola sign, very famous. Themed more than 100 years back. And which is more kind of the downtown area of Long Island City. Athena says, tell us more, why was it so polluted? It's so polluted because that used to be the center of the chemical and oil industry of the US. It was centered right over here. All these big oil companies that you know of, they were centered right over here. And unfortunately, there was a massive oil spill that spilled millions and millions of gallons of oil all along the Newtown Creek, to the point where scientists have tried to go into its depths to see what's down there. And they calculated that there's about 20 feet of what they call black mayonnaise, which is just this black goo from all the pollution. Right there in the distance, we can actually see my neighborhood of Jackson Heights. Oh yeah. My favorite neighborhood of Jackson Heights. That's where I grew up. Would you rather be in downtown Brooklyn or Long Island City? If I have to choose one of those two, I would go Long Island City. Ariel, that's a great question. Ariel Megan. I would go to Long Island City. Now, I'm not sure if you ever wondered this. Have you ever wondered, what if there was a mass extinction event here on Earth? Humans were completely devastated, disappeared from the face of this Earth, and the only thing that was left are the buildings. Maybe 100, 200, 300 years, a lot of the houses that we know in suburbia will disappear because they're made out of wood. The skyscrapers would start disappearing in 400, 500 years. They would go away. The bridges will last a little bit longer. Some of the subway tunnels and some of the heavier, older buildings will last a little bit longer, like Federal Hall. That will last maybe 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 years, maybe up to 1,000. Some things do last more than 1,000. Some bridges will, like the Brooklyn Bridge, I think. I think the Queensboro is one of them. And then, of course, a lot of the sewage system will last 1,000 plus years. But what will last beyond that? A lot of it will wither away, disappear, or be overgrown with grass and dirt and earth. But there's one structure that could last an estimated 40,000 years without any human presence. So if humanity goes extinct in this area, and let's say a future version of humanity that had to go to the southern hemisphere comes venturing back into New York City, wondering what these ancient people live, they would see nothing. Not even the Empire State Building if it were 40,000 years from now. It'll be collapsed. But they would there in the distance. It's the heaviest bridge in the entire United States of America. Right over there is the Hell Gate Bridge. It's looking a little bit fuzzy because the light is going down, but that is right by Astoria, carries the railroad, and that could last an estimated 40,000 years. So the ancients would wonder, did anyone actually live here? And what was this thing that still survives that connected two land masses? Was it some type of ritual circle? Who knows? It goes to show, when you look at these ancient sites in Ireland, you have to question, do we really know what they were? And do we really know the full extent of their civilization if the only thing that remains are heavy stones that could last, or did last, 5,000 years? Not everything can last 5,000 years, not even these skyscrapers. And now day is turning into night. And we're starting to see the beautiful night skyline here in New York City. They show stuff like that on Discovery Channel. Yeah, they have an entire show about it. After Earth? After humans? Here we have a ritual circle that sends you into an infinite time loop. I can imagine must be weird looking in camera because the camera kind of all looks the same. Wendy says, don't look down. Oh my. Oh, don't worry. We're going to go to the other part where there's like a little area to look out. Sammy says it looks a bit confusing. Yeah. Oh, look. Empire State Building is lighting up. It's hard to perceive the depth. Yeah, I can imagine. So right there, the Empire State Building is lighting up gorgeously. People are up there as we speak. So we could probably see the flashlights. Oh, not the flashlights, so the flashes. People sometimes taking photos. And people are probably up there as well. In a moment. Look at that. Wow. All right, go for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pencil.
There's a lot of mirrors. Susie. Well, it's okay. No biggie. Some cultures that visit New York City are more direct than others. So, para todo el mundo mirando en español, estamos ahora en el quinto edificio para... Este se llama... Ahora al lado de la estación Grand Central Terminal. Y cuesta $78. Yo estoy gastando hoy para ver esta vista. So we are at the fifth observation deck right now in New York City. How many years of bad luck if you break all those mirrors, says Ronald. Oh no. That will be very bad. This is a kind of cool framing here. It's a good photo opportunity. Wow. So yes, this building only has 68 stories. The reason this building has only 68 stories is because each floor is double. Double. I find it very funny when I'm doing selfie cam and people just stare at the camera. Is double stories. So yes, this would be 100-story plus building, but since each story is so big, that's why it's 68 stories. And you can tell from even just looking down over here. I'll show you the windows. The offices that inhabit here are that tall. Huge, huge, huge ceilings. ¿Cuánto costaría vivir en uno de estos edificios? 10 de millones de dólares mínimo. Este edificio bien alto, 10 de millones. In order to live in one of these buildings, it's tens of millions. Susie says, I've been to 3 out of 5 observation decks. I'm falling behind. Wow, David, thank you so much for the 20 euro. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much for 20 euro. David's joining and sponsoring this entire adventure here today at One Vanderbilt, where we're getting pretty good service, which is amazing. So thank you so much, David. That's amazing. And Leith says these look like cathedral ceilings. Yeah, in a way it does, yeah. I do like that they made it double height, the floors, because if you go to the Empire State Building, you'll see the difference of those smaller floors. Everyone give a round of hearts to David. That was a very kind contribution, 20 euro. How much did the building cost? That's a great question. I'm not sure how much, but it is definitely very expensive. If anyone knows the exact price tag on the building, do let us know. So $78 I spent. The price does fluctuate. It fluctuates on demand. So they are actually charging different price points. I think if you want to ensure that you're spending the least, consider coming here on the Monday or Tuesday. Don't come here during sunset. Come here what I did. I came here at 3:30 p.m. and I just spend my time here. You're gonna have fun time. It's not gonna feel long, and you'll be right here for sunset. If you book for right during sunset, A, you run the risk of it being so packed right now that you might miss it, and B, you're gonna be paying a premium. So come here around 3:30, 4 p.m. to avoid sunset pricing, and on a Monday or Tuesday, I think would be the lowest price. I did not pay the sunset premium, so it's $78. If I would come here just 2 hours later, it would have been $88. Wow. Whoa. What is this? Uh-oh. The occult ritual is about to begin. I'm glad that they lighted this up. Them to do so. Thank you so much. It costs 3.31 billion. Thank you so much, George. $3.31 billion. Repeating decimal. I like the ominous meditation music that I'm probably being copyrighted for, so thank you everyone so much for contributing today. Timothy says space aliens are taking over. That's a great reference to Independence Day, where they do go up on top of, I think, the Chrysler in Independence Day. Can you show us the northern view? And Nazism, you have to go to the beginning, earlier part of the video. You'll see more in northern views. Are they making you wear those shoe covers? Yeah, they are. Is there railings here? Yeah. Adam, there's railings. Veronica says I did the same thing for the edge to see the sunset because of you. Oh, I'm so glad, Veronica. That's so awesome. If I sat down on the floor, I'd have a hard job getting again. Maria, nice to see you here. Kalispera. Maria says it's almost like looking like a dream. Oh, indeed it is. Like a dream here in New York. Wow. D says, I want to make history by having the first wedding here. Oh, do it, D. Ariel Miguel says, safe to say this is the best observation then? Well, we'll find out towards the end. We gotta do one more experience. We gotta go up the elevator. Frame it, sell it, says Athena. Dan says, oh, what a shot. Oh yeah, especially with like here, look at this. The city collapsing, so. Look at that. Linda, can we see Central Park? Yeah, you have to go towards the middle of the video. Imagine a bathtub with this view, agnosticism. Yeah, some of the penthouses, or actually some of the buildings here, the condos have these views. But this is very interesting. This is similar to Top of the Rock in terms of how it feels like the entire city is in front of you. Ernest says, don't say the word collapse. Why? Why can't I say the word collapse? Adam says, what are the pros and cons to visiting the observation deck? We'll go over that towards the end. Stay tuned. Dan says, I gotta get here one day. Dan, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Dan, you're the man. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. That's so cool. I can't get enough. That's amazing. Janice says, question, what's the point of this building? It's offices mostly, and up here's an observation deck. Observation decks are a vehicle for the buildings to make tons of money. It's very smart, actually. Susie says, haha, those girls, indeed. Hello. Limit. So no one can ensure that it doesn't get overcrowded, but yeah, no time limit. Take your sweet, sweet time. S Web, thank you so much for a $20 super chat. S Web is a legend. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, S Web. Everyone, hearts to S Web for a $20 super chat. Thank you. Wow. Oh my God. Whew. Wow, that's amazing. So no time limit, but it is a. I don't think I can get back down. And then once I go to the third floor, I think it's game over. Okay, what time does it close? Great question. I think it's at 10 p.m. today. There we go. It's one of the ugliest buildings in New York. But no. Yeah, it is visible. Yeah, it is. Yours look like at night, Adam, right over. Tina says, Okay, so there's bad signal. A lot of people are going live right now, probably to show you the views. Some people at least. And then also beyond that, there might be a time limit on the Wi-Fi. So let me know if it's working again. Excuse me, my throat is dry. I've been speaking a lot. So let me know if it's working again. Crossing fingers. So I want to show you the third floor. Let's go up to the third floor. Lázaro, bienvenidos de Guadalajara, qué bien. Pues espero que todo está bien allá en México. Thank you so much for watching from Guadalajara. You know, sometimes the best photos are not the ones looking directly at the view, but looking at people looking at the view. Look at that. Gorgeous photo with the people in silhouette taking photos. Amazing. You can pass if you want to. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you can go for it. In gravy. There in the distance. Right there is Hudson Yards. Right there, Hudson Yards. Wow. That's amazing. Ernest, thank you so much for the $3 super chat. I appreciate you, Ernest. $3 super chat. Thank you so much. Right there in the distance, we see Times Square. Look how lit up Times Square is at night. Sunshine says, perfect for my B-Day. Today's your B-Day, Sunshine? Do let me know. Is today your birthday? Is this building part of the Vanderbilt family? I don't think they're definitely not directly involved. They might be investors, but I don't think they're directly involved in any way. Can everyone let the people know on YouTube to press that live button? A few people are watching kind of behind. Press that live button. You know the building's lit up like this. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah. Here are all the office buildings. Is it still a good selfie opportunity? Yeah, you can still take cool selfies. Neobo, thank you so much for tuning in. Neobo says everyone press that live button. Yeah, and then press that like button. Like button Let me know if you're on team like. Athena says you give so much to us. I'm so glad you're enjoying it, Athena. Slam that like. I'm sure there's a few hundred more that want to see these views, so slam that like button. Dust, where's the building by Mr. T, we'll call him. Mr. T is on the other side. There's a few of them, but they're not so visible for me. Could just imagine coming here. Must be very trippy and disorienting. thank you so much for the 10 Australian. Oh, thank you so much for the 10 Australian. I appreciate that. 10 Australian dollars. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Baby G disliked. Oh, Baby G. You're a terrible, terrible human being. All right, goodbye, Baby G. We just farewell to Baby G. Lorraine, thank you so much. Shout out to Lorraine. Dust says, what is going on? This is 1 Vanderbilt. Observation. Blade Runner scene says confusing. Yeah, I admittedly this is very hard to film, so it's gonna look. Leslie says this feels like coming out of general anesthesia. That's funny. Too dark for selfies. Samuel, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay, everyone. If you have vertigo and if you have issues with light sensitivity, fair warning right now. It seems like there's going to be some blinking lights. Skip ahead about 5 minutes if you have light sensitivity, if you're watching the. Can someone put that in the comments so people know? So, because not only is the light display cool, but we can actually see the city skyline. You can actually take good photos of it. Because One World Trade Center still is much more brightly lit than this. It's live, you can't skip ahead. Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about to the replay viewers. Just wait 5 minutes. I'll move away after 5 minutes. All right, that's enough flashing lights. Okay. I'm gonna move away from flashing lights. Needs dawn of summer, I think so. All right, let's go up to the third floor. Flashing lights are done, at least for this section. I must admit, I'm not a fan of flashing lights either. So, fair warning if you have vertigo or light sensitivity. Yeah, this is not quite the best observation deck. Oh, we could do this one. Okay, this is gonna be fun. There's a few more stuff here to see, and then we got the third floor with the elevator. Is it more expensive during sunset time? Yes, it is, Faima. Adam says, is the inside well lit? No, unlike the Freedom Tower. Freedom Tower is much better lit. But the reason they do this is so you can see more of the skyline. So it is smart. At the same time, it feels very dark. Prices of me. Nightbot is a little bot. How's it going? Nightbot is a bot. It's an automated bot. It's not a real person. They add extra info. So by far the more peaceful of the observation decks, especially in colder temperatures as well, is more One World Trade Center. It's more of the peaceful one. Also, it's a little bit better lit at night, so it feels a little bit more kind of normal. So now we're going to do the line to take the photo. That frame with the Empire State Building would be amazing, amazing print. Yeah, I got to come back here and take photos. Everyone else says, wait, Nightbot is not real? I thought he was dating his sister, Nightbeth. Hey, Dutch Works, nice to see you here. Candy, you're so grateful for this. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wendy's lying down now. No more mask. Yeah, I think they just gave up on the mask mandate at this point here. Is it warm inside? No, it's not really that warm inside. It's a bit chilly. It's a bit chilly. Not as warm as One World Trade Center. It's a bit chilly. I feel just right with my sweater. Alan, you're having a flat white right now. Elisa, you're a new subscriber. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yes. This one? Okay, cool. Hey, how's it going? Good. Awesome.
Just you and yourself?
Yeah, just myself, yeah.
Stay right here for me.
Cool. Oh, cool.
wristband.
What's brand? Yeah. Oh, I gotta go this way.
All right, today, sorry.
No worries, take your time.
Okay, thank you.
All right, perfect.
Stay right there in the middle.
Cool.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right. So just a little bit more. Oh, there we go. That was fun. Hey, good.
If you did the face scan
Yeah.
downstairs,
Yeah.
your face will appear as a cloud. So if you want to scan your wristband,
Oh, very
there,
cool.
and then you can see it in the next room.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So I got to scan. They have a wristband. There we go. I got it. Hey, Brendan, thank you so much for the 20 Australian. I appreciate you, Brendan. Round of hearts to Brendan for 20 Australian. Thank you so much. Maria says, I'm so brave. Oh, Maria. I don't see myself. I did like a super excited face. I think that was me earlier.
Oh, that's me.
Morgan says, well, I was the first cloud. Yeah, I was indeed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, continue down to your left-hand side.
That was fun.
Thank you.
Ooh, cool selfie opportunity here.
Everyone here,
Look at
step
that.
this side of the room.
Look at that. That's a cool selfie opportunity. So pro tip everyone, the rainbow room, the cloud room, do selfies. Do like a Blade Runner style. No, it's not here. How did that work out? Cloud ITC is real, says Hyde.
No, I'm sorry, folks. Shoe coverings, I need.
Excuse me. Let me pass my hand.
Give me a minute. Yeah, so once you go up, you can't come back down. Wait, okay.
Yeah, I was the very first clown with the gigantic smile. That was me. It's just my glasses didn't make out, but yeah, that was me.
Hi folks, you may take your shoe covers off. If you have tickets to Ascend, scan this QR code before heading upstairs.
Oh, the QR code. Okay.
There's 2 bars, a cafe, outdoor service.
So I have to scan that? Okay.